Hey, this is Ing Venning. I'm doing another art space blog post for Conscious Mosaic, and I could not pick a favorite Ani DiFranco song. I love her. I'm a huge fan of her music, her lyrics, her worldview, so much about her. But one of my favorite songs is definitely Marrow. And I posted a link to this song on a social media platform a few months ago. I don't remember which one. And someone messaged me and asked me what I thought about it, what the meaning of the song was. And I love the song, but I hadn't really thought as much about it before they asked me. So I just want to read you a little bit from the message that I sent to them having to do with what I think this song means. So to me, the best poetry and lyrics don't nullify, they clarify and echo. They don't just talk about one situation or philosophy or ethic, they speak on multiple levels simultaneously. I don't think I could achieve a fair interpretation of this song if I couldn't look at multiple simultaneous meanings. And I think this song is about just that type of dynamic, flowing interpretation. As soon as the song begins, we're presented with a series of pairs of pitches that move back and forth from the one to the next, but then from the original to the next and back to the original. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So keep that in mind. And now the lyrics. They seem to be from someone commenting on a relationship. She keeps discussing what you did, running from your lesson, soaking in the product placement, remembering the terror of the question, etc. And then we reach the point where the second person becomes first person. Where was your conscience and consciousness, and what about the letters you wrote turns into where was my conscience and consciousness, and what about the letters I wrote? I think this song is about her relationship with someone else and about her relationship with herself in terms of self love, self chastisement, aspects of the self in the past and present and future, etc. And about how the relationship with someone else informed her self awareness, and about how her self awareness influenced that other relationship. And by extension, how the letter she is writing, it is this song and her self concept, at least on two possible levels, affects me and the other people who will come to have a relationship with the song, and how it will affect our self awareness as well as our awareness of the songwriter. And about how all of us see the world through the lens of self, and about how others see us through the lenses of their selves. And the ripples continue, outward and inward, which finds expression both in the music, those series of self referring, self returning pitches, and the lyrics, the letters, the poisons, conscience and consciousness, etc., which makes sense for Ani DiFranco. She is brilliant at observing others and at self improvement, constantly reinventing herself through different musical styles, different political strategies, different modes of dress, and many other aspects of self. And she constantly desires to influence the world around her, to reinvent it, even as she constantly reinvents herself. And by reinventing herself through watching how she's reinvented others in the world around her. This song presents a mirror, a way of understanding the self by personifying it as another, and a way to understand others by seeing them reflected in the self. And come to think of it, the person that wrote to me about this song is another personification of those layers of self and other, because that other person challenged me to look at the song, which is coming from her, but about other relationships, and look at myself and how it interprets the song and reflect that back to the person who asked me about the song, and so on and so on. So I think this is a brilliant song about how maybe personhood isn't as clearly delineated as we think, and maybe that could be a good thing because it can help us reinvent self, others, the world, etc. So please, if you haven't listened before, listen. If you have listened to this song before but not thought about it much, please listen to it. See if you agree with my interpretation. If you disagree with me, let me know, and we'll continue to reinvent ourselves through that dialogue. And in general, just in terms of asking for contributions, Conscious Mosaic is a new channel. It is devoted to interpretation of all different sorts of arts. If you would be interested in contributing, you could interpret, a song like I've done here, or film, or piece of literature, or game, or visual arts, or whatever, any kind of arts that you want to. I'm looking for contributions. You can send those to ing@ingvenning, or you can message me here. but I would love to see people contributing, more people interpreting and spreading all these different ideas and things. It could even be about a piece of work that's your own, that if you want to talk about interpretation of your own work, that would be fine as well. But please like and comment, share and subscribe, and consider contributing. And have a fantastic day. I hope you all had a wonderful solstice as well.